And of course, it's time to go back to the city skylines, you guys. Back to the city. The Mambas is here. And let's get back into it. I hope you guys enjoyed the Words with Friends, though, man. It's always a fun time. Alright. So this is coming together. There's a little bit here because of the height. I'm a little bit worried about it, but I think I just have to keep it like this and try to put some shrubs and trees there. And then on this side, we could run it up all the way. I just don't want the walls and the highway entrance to be so close. Little bit worried about that. So I want to keep that clear. Outside of that, though, this is pulling together really well. I don't think there's much to worry about. The traffic is settled out. There's no one moving in anymore. And I don't think there's a lot of traffic of people moving in for some of the unique buildings. I think it seems to be okay. Oh, he moved closer. So since Mamba is on my bed, depending on how deep he is into the bed, his, yeah, he looks a lot bigger when that happens. And we're starting to get some of the verticality I was talking about. So this is a max level, or almost max level. This one is a tier behind, so potentially this could be taller. Alright, that's pretty good. How do I want to do this area? I think I need to do short builds. I wouldn't mind too much. Couple of short builds. Offices there should be okay. Have some space for some of the larger buildings over here. Don't think we need it though. Okay. So this is not bad. I need to decorate this area, which we'll do later. Fill this up. I need to put something here, though. Wait a second. How fast is the speed limit? What's up with the speed drop right here? What the heck? Alright, there's probably something weird going on. It feels like they're slowing down on this curve. I don't know why. They are? What the hell? Oh, what the hell? Look at the cars. They're floating. Yo, damn. Ghost ride the whip. Ghost ride the whip. Gas, brake. Oh, damn. What the hell's going on? Fam. What the hell's going on? How did my game break? I don't know how to fix that. I need that word game explained still how it works. Does it allow all words or limited? I just kind of guessed words despite knowing what was allowed using the words provided. Yeah. So a lot of the times, I just type words out as I figure out the words. But I believe it's limited. Because sometimes when you type in a word, you might have a lock next to the word. And the lock next to the word means that that word needs to be unlocked first. I've seen that happen, so I believe it's limited. Meaning that some words, even though you get it and it should work, might not be available yet because it's still locked, so to speak. So that's the perfect situation was, you guys remember me yelling about fishing? I hit the 7-letter word, fishing. I had all the letters. Yet I typed it 2-3 times, and then Poetic Artist robs it for me. Right? That was probably because the word was locked, and I wasn't actually able to type it out. until a little bit later, which is when Poetic Artist types it, and he robbed me from it. It happens. And then I don't know if they have anything else additional. It seems like they add a hidden letter, a fake letter, and then afterwards you also have to worry about you going from 4-letter words to 5-letter words. Don't know if there's any other changes though. He was faster. Did you screenshot it? I did. I typed it twice. He lolled at me before he got it. They look like they are on an invisible motocross track. They are, dude. It's really weird. I have no idea what's happening here. What the hell, dude? Oh, I removed the zoning from these guys. My bad. My bad. I removed the zoning. What the hell is happening right here? Why is it only on this side? Because when they're coming in, they slow down, and then they go regular speed. This side, they're magically floating. So that actually hurts my traffic flow. That will hurt this number. So I will never be able to hit 94%. Because every time there's driving slow on this street, it's kind of messed up. I did pretty well for a non-English speaker with the game. It's not. I mean, it's yeah, you did pretty well, man. It's a great game though, especially when you're learning English, not gonna lie. It's like a good pop quiz. And then if you're, clutch, you gotta have that be executed well. Maybe it's not flat, it's perfectly flat. No elevation line on this. You can see the elevation line looks like that. But yeah, you did good, Avenir. You did well. It's a good game to play, though. I think it's really fun. But yeah, I'm not a words on stream streamer. But it is really fun, man, for the people that enjoy that type of stuff. Alright. I want to say I know what it is. I want to say I know what it is. Now, the problem with this is that shouldn't I have problems with that here as well? This seems to be fine. Can someone drive from here to here? Is it happening on the other side? That's a good question. I think it is. This guy did the weird turn. You see how they slow down to make the turn? So that's happening the same way it's happening here. Oh, and now this guy's coming. He drives very slow. This guy's turning in, though. You see how slow they drive to come in? Damn, that guy was rude. This guy's completely stopped. What the hell? What the hell is those cars doing right now? Holy crap. They're just pocket carring? All of them? Wow, 5 cars came in here and all of them pocket carred. What the hell is going on? I think I know how to fix this though. I have an idea. I have an idea. So I think what's happening is that... Yeah, it doesn't happen here. I think what's happening is that when you draw... Oh, that means it should be happening here. They don't actually. What? Or maybe it only happens on the double. Oh. Okay, so what I think is happening is, if you guys didn't know, these parking lot spots have a very slow speed limit. It's 20 miles per hour compared to the normal 40. So you're going to drive half speed. What I think is happening is that this segment is counted as a 20 miles per hour road area. So I need to cut this kind of like that and shrink the parking lot. That's what I think I need to do. So that means I need to redo... Well, let me downgrade the road. I need to dump the parking lot. And then do a better transition, I think. So we go here. Bam. Here. Bam. And then we upgrade that proportionally. So this goes into this. And then this goes to here. And that goes to here. I delete this segment, that segment. And I think that fixes it. I think that fixes it. Sadly, this is too large. Oh, we have to overlap. That's fine. Gotta do what we gotta do. I love quizzes and competition. I think I can be very competitive and love winning. We had a general knowledge quiz in high school. Won 6 years in a row. I love the silly knowledge. Hey man, have you thought about going on Jeopardy? You know what Jeopardy is, Avenir Dutch? Are you just Ken Jennings? Is that you, dude? The guy that's won every Jeopardy for like that reign that he had? That would make sense why you have so much knowledge though, if that was you. Alright, let's see if that fixed it. Because if you were Ken Jennings, man, the Jeopardy Legends, it works. Let's go. Okay, so that was the issue. There's a weird slowdown when using the parking lots. I've seen it on American TV, yes, though they ask very USA-directed questions. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense though, right? Because it's in America. I would imagine that they could do a very similar version, right? In the other countries, using more like topics and things that would be more prevalent over there. Like, that just makes sense, right? Like, it would be localized, so to speak, and be more tailor-made. Howdy, what's going on, The Informer? How are you? We're doing well. We are trying to kind of piece together our little area right here. But, you know, just trying to make it look a little bit better than it should. And then we're going to spill some concrete afterwards. But how are you? Welcome on in. Hope you're a City Skylines fanatic like we are. But, of course, hope you're having a good Monday. And if you have any questions about the city, feel free to let me know. I'll be happy to talk about anything that you see. And if there's any spot you would like to check out in our city. Right now, though, we are focused on this small little area. Good. How are you? I'm dying, dude. If I have to be real, I got bit by a few mosquitoes like a dozen times. So I'm like itching everywhere, dude. How do you provide trash to your whole city? Ah, that's a great question. Great question. So on the trash tab, you can see right here, what this is going to do is start highlighting. Any of these purple icons you could see are trash facilities. What I typically do is I have my trash facility buildings in my industrial zone. So my industrial zone is over here with all of the industry, water treatment, some of my larger processing plants, some of the storage, nuclear power. That's actually where a lot of my trash buildings are. And it makes sense because if the land is already polluted, if we put a incinerator on top, it doesn't make it worse. So we're just, you know, since it's already a polluted area, it makes sense to double up on it. So that's where our trash processing is. However, I'm thinking about adding some more in some in-between spots. Like, there's this snake path down here. I might be able to put a recycling center right here, maybe. But yeah, I do need to add some more options for trash. So oh, you see that? We had water issues? Oh, we still have water. Pause. I'm sorry, guys. We gotta take care of this. Water sucks. It really, really sucks. And water treatment should be fine. I just love how neat your city looks. My city is just so trashy. Yo, derpy derp. All I gotta say is, if you put the time and effort into this, you could eventually get a city looking like this. You just have to be patient, and you have to have kind of how the idea of how everything should be laid out kind of already planned out, because that's what I did. Since I knew how things were going to be planned out, I could see the structure in my city, right? You could see that we're doing a grid like this, following the intersection right here. So our roads are going to go parallel or perpendicular with our highway. I mean, it makes sense, right? That would happen. That's typically how it works anyways. And then over here, we hit it with a curve like that to better accommodate the terrain, because there are hills right here. So I couldn't go straight out into it. I had to curve this to take use of some of the space deep inside. So that's why we did that. And then, of course, you have to go with your terrain sometimes, which is what we try to do once we're done. But yeah, you could do a derp if you would like to. You just have to put in some patience. Now, if you do want some tips, if there's anything specific, I could help you out with it. But yeah, man. Are you not supposed to build on hills? The problem with building on hills is this. Is there a hilly area right here? So it's a combination of things. First, it's, if you didn't know, one square right here is 8 meters in distance, right? So that's pretty wide. So that means that in the 8 meters of distance, I go up 1 meter of height, right? That's what we have here. And it's less than it, and sometimes, right? That's each square that we have. Now, that means that typically you wouldn't have housing like that. So I'm just trying to keep it realistic. If you do have housing on hills, you have something called a foundation to level up the soil underneath so that you're running on the same height level as the road. Now, although that's how it is in real life, that's not a feature in this game. So we can't actively build housing on hills. If you do want to build housing on hills, it's possible, but you have to plan it out. Basically, what I just mentioned right now with how much spacing you have, you gotta spread this out so that it's more gradual and that you're looking for something like this, right? Like we're inclining right here. This entire area is going uphill, but we have housing on it, and it looks perfectly fine still. Now, the problem is that if you get housing on the hill, what you get is a very ugly result. So the best result's probably like this. If I were to do this, right, and have a house right there, what happens is that when the person moves in, they will auto-adjust the soil so that they flatten the terrain so that they could zone onto the road. That gives you a very ugly effect like that. You see that? How it pushes in the terrain? And there's nothing you could do about that. That's the reason why you don't want to play zoning on top of hills. You'll get this weird square indent, and it doesn't look natural. So that's the only reason why I would say to not build on the hills. But if you do it properly and space it out, you would get an immaculate set like this. You still see a little bit of a blemish, but what we do is we try to make it so that the hill incline is gradual. Once it's gradual enough, we could actually hide some of the blemishes like that by terraforming it. But when you do it on a steep hill like this, there's no saving it, right? So because of that, you want to avoid doing it on hills unless you massage it out as gently as possible. In the EU, we do more general knowledge question and quizzes. Obvious Dutch-oriented OFC, but I would be too nervous entering because I would enter a quiz. I would hate to lose. Oh, I see, man. Hey, man, that's why you gotta do as much prep as you could. You gotta do as much prep as you could, man, so that you win and keep a streak going. Thank you so much. I'm learning a lot. Got you guys, man. 2LC's mathematician of Skylines. Makes impossible things possible. Yeah, man. A lot of it is because I have exploit knowledge. I know how to exploit certain things in this game so that I get the end result that I want to have. But yeah, that's where my trash is. If you didn't know, higher education levels means that your citizens generate less trash. Because I'm at 63k population, and I'm only at 500,000 garbage produced. If you were to compare to other cities, you might have more or less depending on where your education level is. Highly educated citizens produce less trash, and it's great because of that. So you want to educate your citizens whatever you can. Avenir Dutch coming in with the gift sub to derp. Thank you so much, Avenir. And of course, enjoy the emotes, the 20 times ad free viewing. Don't forget that legit sub badge. But yo, man, you know who to thank. And of course, Avenir, thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much. Yo, man, rock those Mamba emotes. You gotta rock those Mamba emotes. I think we did a good job here, right? Because this is kind of what I wanted. Coming in from the industry, right? Riding our 4-lane. And then the moment we get to the intersection and crack the corner, we could see our skyline with the buildings in front, buildings behind. Right? And I think we did a good job of that. So of course this continues. And then we got to go over to this side, which we're going to have the other side of the skyline too. Yo, man, Derp killed us, or carried us in some of the rounds, man. There was like a couple rounds where we should have lost. These are so cute. Yo, man, gotta have the cutest emotes. I strive to be like Admiral Balroo, where the bulk of the people that subscribe to me don't even watch my channel. You know what I'm saying, man? You gotta have cute emotes to be able to do that. But yo, man, he's wild. Well, when I found that out, I was like, yo, man, he's the legend. Because he's able to do that, man. So, I just thought about something. We technically could do this. Right? And this would alleviate traffic from people going onto this street, specifically. It actually would. Because it's so close to each other, the speed limit should make this more popular, but the people living in this area that want to go to this area would have their own dedicated bridge. That's really nice, man. I think about it. Right now, the 4 lane's handling the traffic, so I shouldn't worry too much. Otherwise, though, I think it's coming together pretty well. How should I go about transportation in my suburbs and rural areas? So, first things first, you want to look at size. Because a suburban area like this size, you wouldn't need more than just one one bus stop. Because it's a very small pocket. But if you have a larger area like this, you may want to put multiple bus stops or even something larger, like a tram line. Right? Tram lines are always great for this. But it's going to be depending on the type of public transit you opt to choose. Because the thing is that even though there's like a best case, worst case situation in terms of which one you want to pick, you don't always play that way because it gets boring. Because we all know that the metros are too strong. Like, you can put metros everywhere and we would never have an issue, right? But the problem is that, like, real life doesn't work like that. So you're not going to always want to pick the most efficient option. So depending on how you want to do things. How I want to do the setup, though, is I typically use a major line, which is probably going to be either the metro or the tram. And then I use a minor line, which is usually going to be the buses. You could also not use buses and use pedestrian pathways if you want to. Because the pedestrian pathways and how the game AI works and how the size of your urban areas would be, they would be like perfect because of how much your citizens are allowed to walk in the hard limits of the game. So it's going to be up to you. You could always just put like a pedestrian path on the back and connect it on a Sky network like this. Right? And that means your citizens in the back walk straight down. And when that happens, you know, you get access to where your main line of public transit should be. Now, a lot of the times your main line of public transit should be by your shops and not be deep into your residential. What you should have is either a walking path setup and or a bus line setup where you have your low density area, you run a bus on a bus stop, picking people up from either the back or middle and bringing up to the front. I typically always run a parallel line to the main line, which is my 4-lane in this case. So this is my parallel line. You could drop them off right here where the commercial is. And the benefit would be is that you take these guys from the back, drop them off here, and then if you have a public transit metro, you would have it by your main line anyways, your main street. So you would drop them off, they'd be able to walk to there. If they don't want to go to the metro, they could still go to the shops. Now, by having it designed like that, and because normally this is a grid anyways, unless you have a suburb, which you wouldn't typically have grids into that, because it'd be a lot more wavy, curvy, aligned to the terrain. You wouldn't have too many buses in those suburbs either, because typically buses is not something you want in a suburb due to how you have noise tied to the bus line and how a lot of people living in a suburb that's a lot more suburban, you know, more land value, they would all have cars. So typically in the rural areas, you would have the bus line, kind of pick people up from the deepest part and bring them to the main street. Now, because of how the car AI works, I advise to not put a bus stop on your main line. Because usually, if you put a bus stop here, they take up the entire lane, and that kind of causes some issues. So I typically put them on the back-end side right here, and then I have a walking path that they could walk from and go directly to the front or bridge over. So I usually do that. Now, right now, I have a metro system inside. That's because in the early game, I was lazy. And I needed to bring people from the low density right here to work. So that's why I have it. But when I redo my metro line, I would want the metro line going along the main street. And then that way we could pick people up from there. Right? And then since we'll do it like that, you would run your buses to pick people up, bring them to the main street to either go to the shops or to the metro. And then you would do your metro going out. Now, once you do bus stops, you'll run into the problem that I run into. You'll have a bus stop with too many people. So typically, what I advise doing is when you're doing buses, if you're picking up low density, right? So basically this area that's all low density, you could do multiple bus stops. However, if you're gonna do a bus to go from a populated zone that's either gonna have unique buildings or parks and plazas or high density buildings, I recommend one stop to one stop. And that's because the AI will pack into the bus. So if you want to do something like, oh, I want to take some citizens and take them to some of the unique buildings, instead of having them drive, what you would need to do is probably do a bus station, right? Something like this. Put a bus station like right there, and then have the bus stops. So have your metro probably work in tangent with this, right? Have a, you know, metro stop right next to it or something. And then they could walk immediately to the bus stop. And then at your bus stop station right here, what you would do is do one stop and bring them to a very specific location, right? Like here, and then we'll come back. And then we'll do another stop from here to another location. Let's say right here, across the street, or maybe to this walking path right there, and bring it back. So you could see that we go from the bus station, one stop, and we're back. You want to do this because if not, you're going to get like 1,000 citizens on your bus stop. That's more so a flaw of the game though, but that's typically how I like to do things. So you would have your main line of transportation, and usually you want your main line to have a lot of carriage capacity. So 150 on the metro is nice. Tram is somewhat close to. You could also use monorails. That's also a great option as a main transportation line. And then you use buses to make sure that a lot of people could use it. That's usually what I do. And the approach for the high density, low density, how many stops is depending on how dense the area is. Hope that helps though. And if there's any questions about what I just explained, let me know. We could dive into it more. and explain a little bit more in detail. But I might be, you know, overloading you with a little bit too much information. So let me know if it's too much, if you need me to repeat anything. Otherwise, hope it works. Alright, so I need to bop these lines because I didn't actually want them yet. And then I gotta bop the bus station. That's a great spot, to be honest, but I don't know if I actually want it there. Don't know about everyone else, but I could take a metro everywhere if I could. Yo, man. I see you over there, Tony. Metros are strong. It only sucks that when the metro station starts smelling like, you know, sewage. Guilty pleasure, even though I can't watch them a lot. And I'm in the mood in the channel. Obviously, I joined because I like the game. Stayed for the streamer. But I said a while ago, I have a lot of different chips aside from that at least. And then you, to or from work, 1.5, 2 hours. That's a long drive, dude. I say sub due to loyalty and the great insane emote. I see you over there. Wait, Avenir Dutch. I gotta be real. Did you post that on the wrong channel? Because that's not my emote. That's not my emote, man. When I lived in Rotterdam, I could too. You could either take the bus every 15 minutes or walk 15 minutes to a train to the center. That's nice, man. Those are those circular cities that go in and out of the circle. Those are not bad. Those are not bad. True that. Buses to great density hurts. Yeah, man. Hi. Not Pogs. Not Pog Spoopy. How is that not Pog? Feels bad, but hello. How are you? Hope you're having a good Mondays and a good start to the week. Oh, we were talking about great emotes, but due to delays, it's not relevant. Oh, gotcha. Gotcha. My bad. But yeah, we're just working on some of the areas, seeing what we could do for some of the trafficy areas. Ah. This should be asymmetrical, actually. We'll upgrade that. So that we have a little bit more throughput on that in the middle. Hey, not Pog. If you have any questions, ask away. I'd be happy to help you out. But yeah, man. Hope you like the city Skylines. Hope you're a fan of it as well. I feel like I should zone there, but I don't think I should. Oh, and I need to get rid of the walking paths. This is better than I could ever do, to be honest. Hey, man. This is the city. Welcome to the city. We're working... So this is our beach area that we have. We have people walking around in the beach. They have their towels and bonfire set up. Some people went to use the restroom, have to come back. You know how it is. And then we have our beach housing right here. This is our beach volleyball court barbecue area with the bonfire pits for the people. And then, of course, we have our harbor. We have our beach zone with the casino by the beach. We have the people hanging around, doing their things, actually using the things we built for them. This is Holland Beach. This is Avenir Dutch's area that he claims. So we have the people living by the palm trees with the beach housing. Looks very modern, as it should be. And then, of course, from here we have the hills. This is where the rich people live. You know, they have to live up the hills. They want to look down on everybody. They want to have a great view of the beach. You know how it is. So, of course, we go up the hill. And, of course, this is our beach area. We have a switchback road to go up the height levels. And this takes it into the downtown. This is our campus over here. Oh, no! They burned down the laboratories. Oh, they probably had a lab fire. Feels bad. We got to rebuild it. So the campus did not burn down. Nope. And then we have some more, you know, hillside housing for the people. This is a sunken highway that sinks underneath. And then the top part is all even. Now, after that, of course, we have the hills go up even higher. Can't really tell, but the height level here, it's still above where we have over here. And the hills, you could see, switch back around. This follows the mountain ridge, another switch back here. And it goes into that. And then we have a low side, riverside area, and then we have our downtown. We were working on this area to add a little bit of realism. I had to redo the grid, do a shopping center plaza that we would typically have in real life. You know, you park in the middle, shops are all along the edge so that they could benefit from the foot traffic on the sidewalks. And then this is where your grocery markets are, where the Starbucks is, where the McDonald's is located, Chick-fil-A, you know what it is. And we have a couple of these. I wanted to make it so that the low density areas have a lot of these plazas. So I wanted to do that. After we did that, I wanted the intersections that are of the main street, so 2 4 lanes, to have a walking bridge over here that goes above the road. This is to prevent people from crossing on this street, so that we wouldn't have people slowing down the traffic, right? Because when someone crosses the street, someone's gonna slow down, right? We don't want that to happen, so we make them cross on the bridge instead. So we have that on the main intersection. So there's the main intersection right here. We have the bridge over here. We have another main intersection over here, but over here is special. I have the... Basically, I wanted this to look like this. Coming in from the industrial area right here, we have the low density on the left, but when we're driving down, it's like, yo man, look at that skyline. That's the downtown, baby. And then once we get to here, this is the main interchange, or intersection. It's a 3-way, right? You pop the corner and it's like, damn, look at the skyline. This is the downtown, baby. And then I wanted to make a triple bridge setup to kind of highlight the beginning of the downtown. So it's going to look like this on this side where I spill the concrete, but I'll do that later. I'll probably put some tables and benches and a fountain right here and make it more lively. But I wanted that to look extravagant. So I wanted to do something like that. Now that we have that, we had to layer in the buildings so that the larger buildings stand out without blocking some of the taller buildings behind them. And I think we did that pretty well. So we planned all that out. We have our grid structure for our low density. We have our highway flow. And of course, if you guys are new to the stream, I am the god of traffic. I am playing with despawn off traffic manager mod, right? So if I go into the options, despawn is off. And my traffic flow will never drop below 90 degrees or 90% because you could see our city. It's managed very well. Our road networks work very well with each other. I manage the traffic, good options. And with all that, we try to have a nice, thriving city. So that's the downtown. From here on out, it's all low density, as you can see, where all the citizens that work in the downtown actually live at. Because a lot of the times, 60 to 70% of the population, they actually live outside of the downtown, but they work in the downtown. So I wanted to simulate that. So you had to have low density sprawl coming out. This is all box grid, but we're going to redo it. And then we're going to have a little bit of a rich area up top. I was thinking to make this more European, but we'll have to see. And then we have our second beach. It's not ready yet. We're still working on it. You can see we have some spiral staircases coming in from the parking lot. But yeah, we need to add some parking lots and some piers here as well, so that we have use for the second beach. That's going to take some time though before we do that. And everything that I do on the map is handmade. I have no assets that are pre-made. I built this from scratch. I built this from scratch, and then I made it more unique. I made it so that it has a weird half clover on the side by having this go underground instead of above. A little bit weird, but it worked out well. But yeah, this is our city, and then our industrial zone. I want it to look very industrial. So I wanted to put some of the unique buildings and layer them out so it looks very much very non-monotonous. I don't want it to be repeating patterns like this. Oh, it's the same building 3 times in a row. That sucks. That sucks. So I try to put some of the unique buildings to mix it up. Of course, we're doing ore over here. As you can see, we have the industrial steel plant and our industrial zone. It's not bad. I do need to improve on it. But this goes out into our digging area. This is where I actually have my people mining. We have the above ground barracks for the people who do the mining over here. And then we actually have the quarry, where we're doing a lot of the digging. You can see that we dug out a little bit of the soil already. And we're digging in deeper. We go in down, we have to spiral in. We have the large machine at the bottom. We're moving the sand over here. We have a mine over here. And we're doing our quarry stuff over here. We have another mine in the back as well. And with all that, this is how we're getting our ore done. And yeah, that's all we have so far. We also have a harbor over here that we're working on. I made a single point urban interchange, but looks like they're driving on it for no reason. We're putting some fisheries right here, and then we have our cargo harbor. I'm thinking about putting some oil on this side, off of this 4-lane over there. But that's going to be a little bit later, once I'm ready to do the oil industry and upgrade my industry on this side. We'll be moving into that later on. But yeah, this is our city. Let me know if you have any questions. I take my time with things. I play very non-modded a lot of the times. So yeah, a lot of things that I do, I try to make sure it's like somewhat console friendly. We just try to do our best with that. But of course, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I am playing a little bit more modded on this playthrough because chat has requested it. But otherwise, I have the best road networks in all of the people that play this game. I'm not even kidding when I say this. No one has better road networks than I do when it comes to handling the traffic, making it look realistic, and actually be feasible. Like, the logic makes sense, which is why it works. And then the other thing that I'm the best at, I have the best pipes in the business. I'm not even kidding. Look at my pipes. It's underneath the roads, and we curve it with the roads. Most immaculate pipes you've ever seen. Every single pipe is underneath the road. Every single one of them. Look at this. Look at the roads. Another thing I like to do is, you can see here, if you do an intersection or you do it improper, you get nodes in the middle. So I try to do it in a way so that I get none of the nodes. It's literally just one long spaghetti coming out, and then bam, we have a junction right there. But yeah, that's my city, you guys, that we're working on. Feel free to ask the questions if you guys have any. You know what they say? Crap rolls downhill. It really actually does. It makes sense. I see you over there, Tony. Do you think my suburbs and some downtown areas could be in the same districts? It depends on the size. When it comes down to that, Informer, that's possible, but you wouldn't have a large metropolitan city designed that way. Meaning that you could get away with that in a smaller design. But in a larger design, you tend to have what's called a natural barrier from your low density and then your downtown. That happens a lot of the times. And that's because typically it's due to a lot of things like traffic, noise, and a lot of people don't want to live outside of the city and still have to deal with the traffic associated with the city, right? Like, why would you want to not be inside the city but still deal with the traffic? It's like having all of the weaknesses and none of the strengths. You don't get the walkability to go to everywhere within like a block's range, which is the main purpose, right? When you live in a city, you don't need a car. So if you make it so that you live outside of the city and you still have to deal with the traffic, that's not the business. Right? So it's like, usually you have some sort of natural barrier, whether it's a natural terrain thing so that the downtown ends up like that. But you could try to mix it in. It's just kind of hard to pull off. K-Kun coming in with 31 months. What a legend. Thanks to Avenir for the sub gift. Yo, man, shout out to you, K-Kun. Thank you so much for the 31 months. Enjoy the emote D20 does that for viewing. Don't forget that legit sub bad. But hope you're doing well, K-Kun. Hope all is well, and hope you're having a good Mondays. K-Kun, did you have today off? It's Monday, but I don't know, man. You got that weird schedule sometimes. I would say depends on the policies, but I'd say it's possible. It's possible. But I want to say size scale has to do with it, though. Depending on like a lot of those features I just mentioned. You know what I would love to see is the Department of Transportation subbed to your stream. That would never happen. Because there's 50 different departments of transportation, depending on the state. So that's 50 subs. That'd be hilarious. So satisfying. Only way to do it, man. Yeah, it's like the 2K in the suburbs, and then the highway cut off the districts. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Highways do that as well. Sometimes people will make it so that on the other half of the highway, right? Like if this is your highway, they would have your downtown coming up to here, And then on the other side of the highway, it's low density. That's the thing I've seen a lot too. Now, one thing that's more often than not happens more than that though, is you typically have commercial, honestly, running parallel with the highways. And the reason behind that is because you have free advertisement by putting the billboards. You guys probably see this a lot while driving. People will have billboards here, right? Like that. And a lot of the times they would have it attached to the commercial building. Or they'll have one like, oh, there's an in and out, 2 exits down, you know? They'll have a large sign like that. That's where a lot of the highway space and what they usually do with that. But it depends on the area. I've seen the highway cut through and it's nothing but strawberry fields, you know? So it's like, it depends. There's a lot of different ways to separate and cut areas. W City, only way to do it, not Pog. You gotta have the best in the business. But they have no problem coming into the city and adding to our traffic. I see you over there. Just got home from work after being called in to help with inventory prep for Wednesday. I see you, Keikun. That's tough, man. Emergency having to go in. But you gotta do what you gotta do, alright? Gotta do what you gotta do. Holiday over here, and I have Tuesday off too. Wednesday, I have late shift. I see you having here. Late shifts, man. Hope you be safe. Drive safe. DC and National. I see you over there. Over here, you need to pay taxes over the signs you place. Oh, you do? See, what if it's attached to the building? Right? Like, what's popular over here is when you have a plaza like this, right? They would have a sign out in front, right? But this sign would be large and it would have everything inside the plaza. So you would know what's in the plaza as you drive past. That's what we have a lot more of. Just a large sign out in front. Oh, there's a Starbucks over here. Get some coffee. You know, things like that. But I don't know. I don't think that's part of it. I believe that's like separately handled. Like the government doesn't tax on that. I get at least 6.5 hours of OT, so I'm fine with it. Damn. OT is nice. OT is nice. Keikun, have you ever worked so many hours that you had double pay? Not even OT 1.5, but double pay, 2x, because you went over the OT time? Have you ever worked that hard, Keikun? Had to be called that often? Nope, hey man. I'll tell you this much. I remember the first time I worked that many hours. Holy crap. I got taxed up the yin-yang, dude. I was like, I'm never working double time again. I know it's 2x pay, but goddamn did I get taxed. I was like, yeah, man, I'm not doing this anymore. Hey, man, I need to come in. Hey, man, you know I'm on double time? You know this, right? Like, oh, okay, my bad. I'm out of OT hours, man. Don't call me. But you get taxed hard when that happens, man. But yeah, hope that helps the Informer. Let me know if you got any other questions. But yeah, you could totally do that. It's just the execution of it is... at the end of it, you have to be happy with how it's done. But if you do get it done right, it'll probably look really nice, man. The only time I made double time and a half was working on a Sunday and it was a holiday. So not only holiday time, but time and a half plus for a Sunday. Ah. Yeah. So what happened to me was I was working both weekend days, but I went into Saturday already clocking in overtime already. So during the Monday through Friday, I worked my 40 hours plus 10 hours. And then I went in on Saturday to do inventory. And then inventory wasn't finished, so we had to do it on Sunday as well. The entire Sunday was considered double pay because it was the 7th day and then I was over my hours. And it was a weekend. But yeah, man. Oh man. You get bodied, man. That stuff's tough. Alright, back into the city. Let's go, let's go. We gotta keep developing this. So there's no way I don't put a path here. It helps with the walkability. The community school. Okay. So this is not bad. So over here, how do I want to clean this up? How do I want to clean this up? That removes the line blemish slightly. I don't think I want to do too much on that though. So I have the option here of spilling concrete, right? Spilling the concrete on this because of the key kind of makes sense, right? And then we could put like, kind of like a man-made green zone. I don't know if that makes sense. Oh, but the elevation's gonna bot me. Yeah. Damn it. Yeah, that bops me hard. Because if I... So I'm thinking about putting some pathways here, right? Take off the grid. And one of the things about this is that if I were to zone one of these assets, right? Like right here. Oh, I gotta do a park area. One of the things about that, about the assets, is that because of the terrain... Oh, that's not bad looking. That's actually not that bad. That's why I asked for time. So any overtime gets converted into paid vacation. At any time on Saturday or Sunday, gets special rates without the taxman grabbing it. See, you gotta have leverage to do that, though, Avenir. A lot of people that deal with overtime don't have leverage. That's the thing, right? That's the thing. They don't have the leverage to be able to negotiate that. I remember there was this lady. She worked for a large company. I'm not gonna say which, but she used to be a consultant, and she got paid hourly, right? And she was so good at her job, they decided to bring her on board to the company proper and have her on payroll. Of course, that means she gets converted to salary. She found that she was getting paid a lot less. So she said, hey, I'm not doing this anymore because I'm not getting paid the rate I need to get paid. So I'm going back to consultant and I'm just going to work for another company. They're like, you know what? We'll instead put you to hourly. So you're all the salary benefits, but you still clock in and out. And if you have to work overtime, you get paid for that. And yeah, the company was okay with it because she was good with the job. Now, this company I'm talking about is the biggest, it's one of the biggest chains in America. So it's not like they had money issues. So it's, you know, you just got to have leverage for doing that. But yeah, I heard about the story from a colleague that used to work with her. You get to find out when you work in an industry, there's a lot of changing hands of the same people. So if someone gets fired, they work somewhere else, but it's in the same industry. So it's like, oh yeah, I worked with her before, back in so-and-so. Oh yeah, that's her. That's right. There goes my office park. Tornado time. Oh man, you're getting hit by disasters, dude. Huge rip, man. That is tough. Alright, so I think I don't want them walking too far out. So I'm gonna make a little bit of a walking area. So I probably want to curve this. And then from here... and we go out to there. This looks kind of jank, but I think it's going to be okay. Huge rip, dude. You got to get the, where is it? You got to get the weather radar, man. This tells you the tornado is going to happen before it happens, so we could evacuate without losing citizens. All right, so the reason why I wanted this walking path here is to make a fake green space. Basically, I want to have green space. However, the problem with this is that I want this to be concreted. So all concrete if possible. So I want a wall there, of course. Okay, we have our fence that we should have. That's crooked, feels bad. There we go. All right, so we have to wall that up so they can't fall out. And then the next thing I'm gonna want is some green space. The leverage here is working in an industry that's heavily understaffed, lots of demand, very little supply. My employer offers me oh, wow. Interesting, interesting. I see you over there. I see you over there. That's nice, man. That's nice. I will have to have a gazebo here. And the outdoor park. Oh, I wanted this to be fake green space. I guess we have to make it real. Yeah, because if I use the park, this should be real. So dirt, gravel. Up into there. I see Avenue. I see you over there. It's very close. Yo, man. Knock on wood. You know how they say. Trees would look nice there. See, I don't want... So I want trees, but I don't want grass. I want to do a weird situation. I guess I could put this plaza board here. That's actually not bad. And then I would upgrade this all to a red brick road. Why not? Alright. And then... Oh, you see this is elevated? Huge rip. This looks jank, dude, because it's elevated. What in the heck, man? You need a new suburban area. Good luck, man. I can't bring that up. I guess we have to live like this. We have to jump down to the path. Because from the top down, this is not bad. I could live with this. What I want to do is spill concrete on here. And then what I want to do is come in with a lot of potted plants and stuff. So that we have fake green space. Man-made. So I wanted to put trees in. No trees there. So... Tree. Not that one. Tree. Let's get a larger one here and here. Let's have this one be the larger one behind it. And then let's get some of the generic pines that are small. over here, over here, over here, over here, over here. I think the dark green color scheme is going to be what I want a gun for. We'll have one here. Okay, so now with that, we're going to do planters. We're going to do the square ones this time. So by having planters... Oh, wow. What? What's wrong? Oh, prop anarchy is off. There we go. We put planters on this, and it justifies how it looks like on the concrete. So this is what I mean by fake green space, man-made stuff. Because this should not be a real park, but I want the people to hang out here. Get some flowers right here in a flower planter. We'll have some tables over here. And then we could have some flowers somewhere. Where can I put the flowers that it makes sense? This is not bad. Almost all parks, fake skates. I mean... It is, right? Why wouldn't it be? Some flowers along the plaza coming in. I think right here would be nice. We could do that and then move this planter plus tree combo. And I wouldn't mind two more right here. I think we'll use this one, this one. Okay. Let's see. I'd probably go with this one. Park table set. Let's go to 10 meter. Okay. Decal, decal, decal. Let's go with park tiles. Oh. Okay, that's nice. Almost. Oh, it's on a hill. Ah, damn. Y'all see that? It's bending. Unless it's a national park, which we lack mostly but one, but it would be considered Central Park's ugly sister limo. All our parks are man-made except for national parks, although it's heavily maintained. I feel like, unless it's a nature reserve, right? It's always man-made. Well, yeah, national parks. I feel like national parks are just nature reserves with like more of a trail. Nature reserves, or more so like, oh yeah, this is just for the wildlife. I feel like the national parks are just nature reserves with a lot more trails in it. That's, you know, not that they're commercial, but more so, you know, they're kind of like advertised that way. I don't know if that makes sense. Basically, it's like, yeah, national parks, you know, typically because of the size and whatnot, they have to be somewhat natural. But I do think that we dabble in and kind of like make it more accommodating more often than not. Alright, so you have some green space here. That's not bad. Okay, so now I need some hedges. So this should be fine. This is a weird strat. We'll have a couple of hedges there. Some green hedges with the flowers right there walking on the sidewalk for the people. And then we'll put a hedge on this side. So that you don't see the citizens on the bridge. Well, it's not doing a good job because of the elevation. That looks mad jank. Now you need a food truck. We could do that. We could do that. Food. We got those. We gotta have them in the open space. Not bad, not bad. And then truck. So I did food, right? Food factory, that's not it. There is the winter market, that's not it. Stall. It's only these. Hot dog? Nope. Van. There it is. The ice cream van. That's what I was missing. And then this would be on this side. Let's get some tables over here. Oh man, I had my air on for a while. I turned it off. I should have had it off. I thought it was on automatic, but I didn't have it on automatic. It was bad. Ten. Psycholution, how are you? I see you over there, man. You doing well? Hey, let's go. We got some umbrellas on the chairs too. Not bad. Doing good, and you, yo man, taking it a day at a time, just trying to build an amazing city. I think we're doing all right, man. I think we're doing all right. We got to come in with some of the details, though. Look at how many people are using this. Feels good, man. Got some tables. Alright, so now I think we want to go for some potted plants. I think we'll go with the potted plant number 1. And I have to make this wide. Let's go with 8. I think we go like this. Okay. Some potted plants along the way. None right here for the shops. Okay. Open here for the table access. All right, some potted plants, planter trees, tables for the people, umbrellas, ice cream trucks, some food stalls, hot dog grills, gazebo, flower beds. I would want some tables in here though, 100%. I think we'll make some different tables here. Oh, we could do it like this. Oh, that's wrong. 90 on a 6. And then I just try to emulate some of the spacing. Tree planter, some tables. I guess this is fine. Not bad. The walkability over here is amazing. Now, the only thing is I wish we could pull this a little bit better looking. Like, it goes all the way into the road. I wish we could make that look a little bit better. And then over here, I'm probably going to have as... We could put more trees here. Because why not, right? Trees are nice. I think we could use the long planter. Does this work the way I think it does? Do they allow me to put trees? Oh, they do. The weird double tree set. But when it's a repeating pattern, I think it's not bad looking. And then let me get another one here of this. And then let me get the large one over here. Let's get a circle planter. Not bad, not bad. Not bad. Alright, so... Should I do this? That's a great question. I'm thinking about putting a key. So you see this right here? The concrete that's lining up the side of the highway? Right? This is a key. I think I should have it here. You guys see it? I think I should have it there. So if I did this, so the terrain is pushing that out. So it would have to be flush. I think I could pull it off. I really think I can. All right, let's give it a shot. So first things first, let's safety save. I don't want to mess this up too badly if I do mess it up. All right, so the thing with this is that this is half elevated. You see that we have zoning on the right side, but there's no zoning here. I need to fix that. Now, there is a way to fix it though. It just kind of complicates things. So we're gonna take the ground level, bring that out. Right, that's just how it is. That's probably not enough. I probably need a 21. So we sink it down even lower. So we need to do this. Now that we do that, I could change this to a grass tile, and it shouldn't change anything because it's going to go floating. And yep, perfect. So now that I undo, we're back to the same thing on the right side, left side. I need to make sure my nodes are identical. 21, 21, 1807. 21, 21, 1807. So they did not modify that much, which is cool. What we could do though is modify it a little bit more, because I could pull this back. So the red, we could go back to a 20. Same thing over here. pull it back slightly so we have an easier turn angle. So that should be fine. Now, what we need to do next is manage how the game needs us to operate this. So this is at 140 height. It looks like 2 steps might be all I need. If I could do that, this is a 34. And I should be able to do this. Wait. That's wrong. Oh, I'm stupid. Not 2 steps, 2 elevation lines. So that's a 38. I'm sorry. There we go. So now that we have this, right? I push this out. I push this out. I should be able to do this. Nope. It clips through the road. Okay. So that didn't work. So what I probably thought I had to do was probably correct. So let's do 1 elevation step. So from 40, it's a 37. So it should be 3 lines. Yep. Okay. Now another thing is I do want this a little bit further out. Aw, damn it. It was almost magical. Almost magical. We have that clipping right there. So it's a little bit too tall still. So I have to delete that. And guess what? What I did was incorrect. So minus another 3 steps. So that's a 34. So what I had earlier was probably correct. There we go. Ah, okay. I see what the problem is. Five, 6, 7. Okay. So let's go back to a 7. Oh my god. That's actually where I have to do it so that it goes underneath properly. And then from here, we go to max height. And then from here, we sink back down. That's going to look jank. That's going to look jank, though. At this part, this is going to look fine. Because it's going to the height that it needs to be. Alright, and then it's in between the keys. Nothing bad there. From here, though, we go up to the high ground, and then we sink back down. That's the thing that's kind of bad about that, because this sinks down a little bit here. But it does allow us to go out to here. And it looks a little bit cleaner. This goes up that way. And then, of course, you would have to undo the terrain. That pushes out. And then we would just massage that a little bit. I think the key is not bad. Keeps the sunken look, doesn't really ruin the streets. I think that's a good add-on now. What do you guys think in chat? Let me know, man. I think having that there wouldn't be a bad add-on. And then everything here, it's grounded at ground level. So I wouldn't have to do anything anymore after this. I do think, though, this is something we should add. And then I should be able to do this, right? Just make this all concrete. I see you, Red Sun. Hello, hello. First time chatter. Welcome on in, man. Let me know if you got any questions. We gotta spill the concrete sometimes to make it so fresh and so clean. What's up, guys? How are you doing, dude? How is you? How was the Mondays? Yeah, it doesn't look like I should go any higher. Yeah, I'll go for it. I'll go for it. So we'll do the same thing here. Got a lot of people eating dinner right now, Red Sun. Sorry about that. But you know what it is, man. They gotta eat. Okay, and then we go up top. And this continues out to here. This goes up top, goes back down, and then continues out to here. Immaculate. Cool. Get the undo on the terrain. Push this out all the way. Oh, I can't. That's fine. I can live with that. It looks cleaner with the concrete, man. Like this. The only way I wish I could improve this is to like have this sharpen up a little bit. Good morning or evening. What's going on, Hades? How are you, man? It is 8:30 where I'm at right now. So it's the evening indeed. Not bad, not bad. A lot of people trying to move in right now, though. A little bit of some issues with the traffic. A lot of people making a left, though. I like the road layout. Thank you, Hermione. I don't know why we're having traffic right now. I like how they split right here. That's so good for me. 5 a.m. Damn, man, that's late. 5 a.m. You are 9 hours ahead of me. Was it daylight savings recently, man? I gotta go now, though. Aw, feels bad, Hermione. Hope you have a good one. We'll see you next time. I think you were lurking because you came with Tar Heels raid. But hey, appreciate it, man. And of course, hope you have a good one. Did I say that already? I'm tripping. Man, look at these people. Why is there so many people? Wait, is Hades also from the Netherlands? I thought you guys were more than 9 hours. I can't tell you the lottery numbers because it would destroy the universe. Mamba is kind of mad because he kind of wants more wet food. He wants those lotto numbers, man. You know how it is. Oh god, it's starting to back up. Huh. That's interesting. I could modify this to give it an extra lane. I really could. It wouldn't really bother anybody. It's the inner lane, extra lane. I'm thinking we add the third lane on this segment. Which also means I should do a 3-2 here. Oh, what is this? What the travesty is this? What the hell, man? Dude, what the hell? What the hell? Alright, we're going back to the 2-2. Okay. I think it should go like this. I don't know if this is correct. Cool road assets. Thank you, Grizzly Bear P. I see you over there. What road assets are those? These are not road assets. Oh no, these road assets. Yes. This is a road asset. My roads are stock roads. I just changed the color with a slider right here. Red. Oh shit, all my roads are red. So I changed all my stock roads to charcoal black. Or charcoal gray, depending on what you see. Now these roads, though, I'm using is a 2-3 asset from, what's his name? Growls L. I don't know how to say his name. But he has something on the Steam Workshop called a one-click road pack. And that's what I did. It's a one mod that basically has all of his roads in it. So I get the entire selection, right? So I get the regular 2-2, I get the 2-3 with the different dividers in the middle, or even a 2-4. So 2-lane, 4-lane, 2-way. So that's what I'm using. You could do some cool things with it. Like I have over here, dedicated left turn on all of them in a 4-way cross. So you either go straight, or you make a right, or you make a left. So that's what I have over here. So you get the dedicated left turn lanes, and then it connects to the 2x2, which is a great, setup. Because you just have that normally where you live, right? And then by giving them a dedicated turn lane whenever you need to, it's not bad. However, the problem you just saw me have with the lanes in the middle, I don't have the mod that I need to be able to fix it. Because how come this works? Did I do something wrong? What the hell? This is not supposed to work. There we go. So when you have something like this, you get this jank middle situation with how the middle island kind of connects. I don't have the mod to get rid of that, but I don't know which mod it is. So sometimes you might not get a good setup. Sometimes you get an amazing setup though, like this. This is a dedicated left turn into the highway. And look at that. That's perfect. That's perfect. That's really nice for that. But yeah, I will check that out if you guys are checking out the road packs. I think that fixed it though. That's cool, thanks. Yeah, got you guys. Oh, you see this? Why is this so slow? I prefer without divider anyway, but thanks. Got you. Okay, so it's better now. Nice. Adding the extra lane helps. And I think it had to do with throughput. A lot are going center lane. Yeah, that's because the center lane is how you make a left. While still also going to the outside to make a left this way. The center lane's fine. Oh, there's no point of going to the outside lane, though. Where's your custom airport? I did not get the airport's DLC. I did not get the airport's DLC, man. Feels bad. Large bits of the EU in the same time zone. Oh, gotcha. Living in the German-Dutch border, I could take a bus to the Netherlands in just 5 minutes. Nice. I see you over there, man. But no airports DLC, sadly. Alright, I think I could downgrade this. I just had to do the lane stitching better. I think that's what I needed. That's it. That's a weird setup, but I think that works. It's working. I don't know how. I see you over the Hades. Don't do it, man. Don't do it. I don't want to buy airports. I don't want to buy it, man. Like to do airports, you need to get Move It. I don't want to play with Move It, dude. Lane mathematics at work. Yeah, when I saw no one using the inside lane, I was thinking to myself, maybe I just had to make it so that they don't force themselves into the right lane. Right? Because when they force themselves in the right lane, they can't merge into over here. So that kind of bops these guys. So I think of trying to do both of them, it's better for me. Because we just bypass, cause them to stop for a second instead of for a long time. I want to say it's better. Don't waste the money. It does not even work. I feel you over there, Tony, and that's why I don't want to get it. I really don't. I think this is a good end effect, though. How we had the Sunken Highway do its thing. We have our key walls, the double key setup. This goes up with the ramp. Not bad, not bad. Not a lot of content, feels bad. It happens. I don't like how it's like some of the issues with the game, like, oh, this road has to be one way. You can't change the road in front of the buildings. The airplanes go directly up instead of like slowly going above ground. It's weird, man. Super glitchy. Totally buggy. You're better off with the vanilla airport. It works better. Honestly, the vanilla airports are pretty solid, man. They're nice, especially the Metropolitan Airport. It's kind of baller, dude. Not gonna lie, it's kind of baller. I just don't have a location for this anywhere on my map. I don't know if we'll be able to manage the airports here. You gotta get clever with the design, yeah. It just sucks though, because that means you just don't have freedom. Like, imagine building a Park Life park, but you couldn't do a lot of the features. And you had to build it a certain way, and it's like, that kind of sucks. Alright, so we're doing not bad. I think the verticality here helped out. These buildings, oh, they're also local and organic produce. I guess that's fine. Not bad, not bad. Uh-oh, traffic's back. How come they're driving so slow? Is it me or are they driving slow? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they don't get fast until they get to this side. Something's off. Something feels off. Like they're not driving fast enough. Is it a node thing? It is. It got reset. Okay. So this is at... Okay, so we could offset this. Okay. 26, 26, that's fine. Here we go. No, it's still kind of jank right here, it feels like. They're crossing traffic. Traffic is overlapping. Yeah. To answer your question, Tony, I will say that would it be similar to how the boats work in fishing? But you say air traffic, right? Well, it would work like blimps. I'm sorry. It would work like blimps. Right? Because you have blimp pathways and helicopter pathways. Honestly, it depends. It would have to depend. Even with that feature of controlling the airspace and the airspace traffic, it depends how it's done. Because at the end of the day, you could describe the mechanics so that it's appealing, right? But I have to see the end product, so it's hard for me to judge. Yeah, you guys see Mamba, dude? He has all his legs in the air. You see Mamba in the corner. He's napping and all his legs are in the air. That's how you know he's sleeping well. Minxie coming in with the 21 months of support. Thank you so much, Minxie. Appreciate you. Sorry I had to go hang out with the friend's wife. No worries. But hey, you're here now, Minxie, and thank you for being here. And of course, hope you had a fun time with the friend's wife. But dude, thank you so much. Oh, traffic reporting helicopters that reported road traffic. That's hard because the traffic in this game is flawed, right? Because they don't look at traffic properly. Traffic flow is how fast you're moving relative to the speed of the roads. Not so much that there is, you know, like an issue with anything like that. So you just not driving at max speed means there's traffic. But hey, Minxie, thank you so much. Enjoy the emoji 20 does that free viewing. Don't forget that legit sub badge. But thank you so much for the 21 months of support, man. That's a long time, Minxie. All 5 of them, I know, right? I want to rub his belly. I would probably die doing it, but it's worth it. Mamba lets me rub his belly. I'm happy with that, man. Always here when I can be. Appreciate you, Minxie. Yep, that's the right way to sleep. Okay, so flawed traffic helicopter reporting then. Like, what would that really add to the game, though, Tony? Like, it'd be a cool feature, but I don't think it does enough. If that makes sense. Like, oh yeah, it's cool. But what does it actually do to the game? Grizzly Bear Pete, do you know the lyrics to this song? None of the words make sense, man. Down came the stars along with their hearts. Sacrifices, we are bleeding. I don't know, man. What's happening? You and I, our kingdom will fall. What? What? I'm so confused, man. I will tell you as a player where to fix traffic problems instead of you finding it. Oh, so would you have like traffic helicopters congregating around the area? See, that's hard because there's an accuracy issue with that. Because of how the game works, will it tell you its own, like, what it thinks the problem is, or does it just show you where it's backing up? Because the problem with that is that a lot of the times you have traffic, not because there's traffic, but because the setup for it just doesn't allow it for it to work. But the bottleneck isn't actually where the amount of cars are. It's actually somewhere else that's stopping them, and because it's a bottleneck, they get backed up behind it. I don't know. It's weird with that. I don't think it's necessary just because it's like... You might be asking the wrong person, Tony. I'm thinking about it. I don't think I've ever needed traffic management help. So I want to say that I don't think I would need something like that, or that it wouldn't benefit. Right? Because it's like, I think about the traffic even without the overlay, and the overlay just kind of reaffirms what I'm thinking. So it's like, even without it, I can kind of look at my city and be like, yeah, there's no real slowdown anywhere. Everything's working pretty well, right? And it's like, I don't know if I would want that just because I've never really needed it. So it might be just because of how I play the game, I wouldn't want it. But I don't know if that would be the case for everybody. Reduce traffic 10% because 10% of people would take the alternative route. That's true. I think it's a Gladiator song. I don't know. It's kind of hype. It's kind of hype, Grizzly Bear. It's kind of hype, man. Nothing wrong with that. You're being stalked by Mamba sometimes. You see, dude, you guys need to see Mamba, dude. His positioning is amazing. Look at him, dude. He's all twisted up. Oh my god, the Mambas. Where would you add more residential lots if you wanted to? So I've designated the center here into green space. I am not going to put residency here. I am not going to put anything here. This wouldn't have anything. No residencies in this block. This is going to be commercial and office only. I think if I were to add more residency, it'd be over here. And over here. At some point, you have to make a transition of your residency commercial into industry. So we're going to have to do that. I can add a little bit over here, a little bit over here as well. So what I also need to do, once I get there, because today I've only really worked on like this quadrant. Once I get to this area, I need to extend out the grid. And I'm going to redo it slightly, so that I could utilize all the dead space in between the highway and the residency. And by doing that, I'll have a little bit more zoning. So I have to do that here, over here as well. You can see I have a lot of green space here and here. And I need to do that in a lot of the spots, probably here as well, so that we utilize the space here a little bit better. Like instead of doing box grids, I'm probably going to need to come in with like a parallel road and then set that up a little bit better. And by doing that, I'll get more spacing. Especially right here, man. These two quadrants are large. And then as I move down here, I have some space as well. Now, if I wanted to add, let's say, another 20, 30,000 people, there was the potential upgrade right here. So, because I'm playing with a lot of mods, I'm not over-expanding, because at some point you hit simulation limit, or the game just starts to lag because you don't have enough RAM, not enough CPU processing, due to the fact that whatever it is, you know, it's your computer's not able to handle it. So if you're running too many mods, too many assets, you start to lag. So I don't want to get to that point until I finish. However, if I do finish, there was this location right here. There is a large pocket of land down here that I was potentially going to add in a highway interchange over here to do a three-way and have the highway come out this way to go down here. And then we would have a lot of space for residency. You kind of see what I'm like carving out right here, right? It's kind of like a heart. That would be the potential expansion spot if I want to do a large expansion. Probably not, though. I also have a little bit of space over here along the edge. I can zone it in, and it's actually terraformed to allow me to do it. But I just haven't gotten to it yet. But yeah, that would be the potential spots. I want to actually massage this into a mountain and terraform this because of how the lake is right there. But yeah, this would be the big location if I wanted to add a lot of people. Outside of that, I could always level up my citizens. By going into your housing levels, there's a lot of different ways for you to hit a max level housing. And when you hit max level housing, you house more people. And you also have higher land value, of course, by having higher level buildings. So, of course, you know, I could just increase the density of the grid by leveling up the buildings a little bit. But outside of that, there's a little bit of space here, a little bit of green space here, this area. And then if all that fills up perfectly, I maybe expand over here. But yeah, that's going to be how the plan is going to be. Yeah, he looks like an ink blot. Yep. The Mambas is the best. He's the best kitty cats. build the Eden project and your land value is maxed out. It is. I don't like building monuments though. The monuments break the game. So if you didn't know, if you build the ultimate recycling center, do I have it? Hey, the ultimate recycling plant. If you build this, it lies to you. It lies to you. So most, but not all monuments break your game. So what I mean by that is, if you build the ultimate recycling plant, you run into the issue where it says that your trash processing is great. However, every house is going to complain, oh, we have trash, you're not picking it up. But if you just look at your trash, it just tells you, no, you're fine. And that's because the monument overstates how much it actually does. So it will say that it will increase your processing rate by 800,000, right? And that's your increased capacity. But the problem is that you're never going to be able to have enough trucks to max it out. And it doesn't actually process trash at the rate that it actually describes. So you're going to be way in the green, but it doesn't actually keep up with real time. So you're going to still need to build more incinerators because you're going to have icons claiming that there's trash to pick up. So the thing is with that is the monuments are broken. There's also, what is it, space elevator. If you build the space elevator, you know what happens? You get like 2,000 citizens teleport from outer space, and they just keep coming out of the building nonstop. It's stupid, man. It's mad stupid. So you have a lot of issues with a lot of the monuments a lot of the times. Most because the game traffic is freight and city services. Oh, because the recycling trucks need to get there? Yeah, they do. If the recycling trucks never get to the house, they never pick up the trash, and that's the real issue you run into a lot of the times. And the fact that you could never actually fill up the ultimate recycling center. It's not possible, even with max trucks. And for whatever reason, it never allocates enough. It will only, like, if it says that you have how many trucks? Let's say that you have 100 trucks. It will probably just release 30 at most. So it's a little strong. The chirp wake does nothing. This is just a nice castle for someone to live at. It's a very baller establishment that we probably have at the top of the hills, to be honest. We gotta put a castle up top, man. That's what I'm thinking. Power plant, Eden project are fine. Yeah, those are not bad, I believe. Power plant because it doesn't do anything except generate power, and that's pretty stable. What does Eden project do? Oh, ha. This breaks your game in a sense that, dude, your tourism goes off the charts. It's kind of similar to the space elevator, but it doesn't just generate people. This increases your land value by so much that you get so much tourism and demand that you get mad traffic. I mean, I guess that means it's working as intended, though, because that's kind of what happens. The bigger question I would have about space elevators is where they're coming from and why they want to come to my city. Hey, man, sometimes the tourism is just that good. Sometimes your skyline of unique buildings, that's all they're coming for. Sometimes they're coming for the largest park in the world. You see this? This is one large park coming from one beach to the other. Aliens, I know, right? I know. More land value means more taxes. I mean, it's not like you need the money. What are you gonna do with the money, man? Like, you can do it, but what are you gonna do with the money? Alright. So I think this is good. We could start concreting this out to make it look flush. And we should do this every time because it makes it look very immaculate, very clean looking. Long time to break even. That's not that bad. Let's take that long to break even, does it? Over here. As much as I want to spill concrete on this, I'm gonna leave it there because I'm gonna need to remove the concrete so that I could design this a little bit nicely. We'll leave it like that for now. Okay. We got the parking. We got our apartment space. Parking lots look great, and they use it. That's the best part. They use it. Sometimes they gotta park in the spots. I love the fact that they use it, man. That was the biggest thing for me, because I would go into the base game and get the parking lot roads that wouldn't be used, and I would make parking lots, but no one would park there, so it looked kind of empty. I'm happy to get used now, though. So it's not bad, not bad. I think we still need to do here with trees and greenery. I guess we could design around. If you take a step back, logic of the monuments, like the space sailor fits right into the game. I guess it does. Look at the traffic. Alright, so... I guess because they're turning out, they slow down to this speed. Do you know Surviving Mars? Oh no, what is that? What's Surviving Mars? I need a centerpiece at my roundabout. What's a good centerpiece? In a dumbbell, of all things. What is a great centerpiece in a dumbbell? And I say a dumbbell because that's the interchange that I have right here. What can we put here that makes it look nice? And I do want to do some green space right here. Is this slanted? That's flat, right? I see you, Hades. Build a colony on Mars. Gotcha. There's no real statues that we really have options into. I would do a landmark. Ooh, I can't. I don't want to do a landmark here, because that's traffic. You're gonna have like 50 people visiting this constantly. Oh, you could die? Yo, feels bad. I don't want to die, man. Gonna keep playing cities. Gotta stay alive, you know? So if we do green space here and put some trees coming out of the highway, I could do more trees inside. I don't know if I want to do more trees, though. We could put this. The double pillar setup. They're gonna look like nipples. Yeah, never mind. Not down with that. Yo, man, not down with that, man. Damn, how can we do this? Like, realistically. It fits, yeah, but it don't look good, man. Don't look good. You could draw some eyes in there. Nah, man, people are gonna think it's something else. I ain't gonna draw no eyes, dude. That's a trap. I could already see the YouTube comments. Look at legit. Look at what he's drawing. I'm saying, man. Yeah, that's why. They're gonna look like that, man. It's not gonna look right. So, we could do the regular boulders here and do a circle. Right? But I want to do something else because I did that already with the rocks over here. This is not bad for a tropical round, but for one out of the dumbbell. We could argue that we could make a hill in here And the logic would be that because it's a hill, we could have that be how we prevent collision from people driving straight across. And then we just put some foliage on it. We can't do that, Hades. We can't do that. Have a good one more deck. See you next time. Fountain and a rock mix. So the problem with the fountain is that if I don't go inside, is there a point to having a fountain? You know what I'm saying? Like, if I don't go inside, is there a point? Now, if I do want to do green space, I think that makes sense. Let's see if this looks nice. All right, so here it's 140. Let's just go 6 meters. And then this is going to go down to 0.5%. And we go around. All right. Slight hill. And then I want the small but thick ones. All right. And then we come in with this one. And then we have a little bit of a foliage hill. So because it's on a hill and we do the foliage, that's just kind of in the middle. We could argue that's going to be basically just a hill to stop cars from driving straight through, because that's kind of the thought process that you would have in real life. You typically just have this be either a dirt mound with some walls on it, or even have the inside of this be walled up so that you don't drive straight through it, right? There's nothing gonna stop someone just go bam, right? So you kind of want to do that so they slow down, maybe even stop. That would have stopped me in Forza Horizon 5. I see you, Hades. It's time, boys. We gotta hit him with the walls. Castle wall ruins, it's time. They don't think it be like it is, but it do. It really do be like that sometimes. Fuck them up with the walls, fam. Fuck them up with the walls. Let's go. Okay, this would stop me, Lamo. Yeah, man. Don't fuck with the walls, man. You don't mess with the walls. They will destroy you, fam. We could keep that like that, too. Oh, I have a great idea. So that's 1, 2, 2. Oh, I have a great idea. Oh, man. All right, all right. Castle. And then terraform. Guys, you never want to hear when I get a good idea. I will say that much. This is going to be wild. So if you guys didn't know, one of a lot of the things about props in this game is that they have a unique property. And the unique property about props is that you could terraform. Oh, these are not props. Oh, these are actual structures. Damn it. I was going to raise the terrain so that the props would adjust in height, but they're not doing that. Feels bad. Feels bad. So what I was trying to do was this. You could do this with rocks specifically. So you put a rock there, and you know how it's flat? It's like, you could add some character to that by doing this. We're gonna rise up the middle. And look at that, the rocks also rise up. It's a very weird mechanic, but by terraforming the ground underneath the rocks, you could move some of the rocks to make them stand out a little bit more so that you have a better feature. A lot of people don't know this, but it's a great strat to have, as this makes your boulders and rocks look more full, larger, whatever it is you want to do, right? They look like some nice, healthy boulders over there, but they're inflated. We have air in the middle. So I wanted to do that with the castle so that we could see more of the inside layers. But this is not like the rocks. They're not a prop. They're more of a proper structure, sadly. So I gotta... Back to the drawing board. Feels bad, guys. Ah. I messed it up, which is fine. And it's even again. Alright, I think we'll just keep the foliage. This is not bad. Late night streaming in? Nah, we're actually about to wrap up. Spicy Simbi Cat, we're about to wrap up. I'm just thinking about how we could do our dumbbells a little bit better, but I think we do the same design. Why'd you change the name again, man? God damn. Can we go through the history of this guy's names? That shit is in and of itself a 20-page book, dude. God damn. This guy was first discovered. I don't even know his original name. This guy was man. What was your original name? At some point, it was Irish. Some point, it was Koala. Sometimes it was Irish Traveler. At some point, it was Skylines Traveler Tech. Now this guy's a VTuber. This guy also went back to Irish Traveler. Oh my god. Yo, man, I'm just saying, man. This guy's the legend. This guy's the legend, baby. He got more names than Shaquille O'Neal, dude. You had Shaq, the big Aristotle, Shaqtus, the big Diesel. Man, Irish got more than he does. My god. I see you over there, man. Spicy Simbi Cat. I see you over there. Ah, man, now we just got a little bit of volume issue. Feels bad. So it backs up every now and then. I thought I'd stop by and say hi, but I'm off to bed. Gotcha, dude. Have a good one. Thank you for stopping by. What do I even call you now, dude? So I can't call you STT. You're not Irish right now. You're not koala right now. So I call you Simbicat. I don't want to call you Spicy. What? Come on, man. What's up, Spicy? I don't know, dude. 5 o'clock traffic. I know, man. Starting to pick up. All right, you know what we should do? We should find out where they're going. Some people are making a left to the other side. That's fine. Some people are going out into here. Oh, I'm not clicking the other types. There we go. Okay, so this loses to public transit. Think about it, let me know. Good night. Have a good one, man. See you next time, Mr. Simbicat. We're gonna go with that, man. Simbicat. Can I call you Simba? Can I call you Simba, dude? So close. From the Lion King. Spicy Cat. I see you over there, man. Alright, so this right here, the bulk of the traffic is private vehicles. So the moment I get public transit in this area, I'm not going to have the problem anymore. So I'm not going to think about it. This is just going to be come and go traffic that I shouldn't have to worry about. As once I get public transit, going to be perfectly healthy. Alright, should be fine. Let me just do the very quick setup over here. I think I went up 3 steps. And then I massaged this down on 5%. And then we did the foliage. And then we have to come in with the brush. And then we have a foliage hill. So you shouldn't be able to see over that while you're driving. And I think that's true. So it should be not bad. Put some foliage on the hills, on the dumbbell. And then that should be able to help us lead into our green space right here. Not that we're going to actually do like a park, but we're going to have some trees. Kind of have to have, you know, trees in the middle of the downtown. Might as well. Small park, small park. So that's not bad. Not bad, not bad. So I think this is set. I do have to spill concrete on it, but otherwise, I think this is not bad. There is usage. I don't think I need to worry about the zoning type. It's all filled in. The only thing I'm missing here is my metro. Because I do plan on having it on either this side, that side, depending on if I wanted to go up or across. And then we know we're going to have a metro there. I probably have a downtown metro loop, to be honest. Where we have a metro where it's literally just looping in the downtown. And then I also do want to eventually get a metro station. There is a great metro bus hub. That's not bad. The reason why I love this is because the asset is a double line. So I might use this so that I could get 2 metro lines and have a crossover. Meaning that we could have this connect to the other metro line. So that we could have the internal loop for the downtown, and then people going in and out from different areas, depending on where they're at in the loop. And then this also has a bus station up top, so this is amazing. But that's going to be it for next time. But guys, that's going to be it for me today. It's going to be time for me to wrap things up for the night. The city's coming together. I still have the potential to redo the harbor. Outside of that, I think the beach over here is done. We have the trees in, the people walking on the beach. It's nice. Mamba just woke up, perfect timing. I do need to add some trees up here to finish that off. Redo the nature reserve. But otherwise, the beach is not bad. We're getting close. I need to put some trees in here because I bopped it. And then this part of the downtown is looking a little bit better. The thing is that you still have a little bit of the repeating buildings, but it's not too bad. I like how there's more variety now than it was before, especially with the high-rise band right here. The buildings look a little bit different. This is a nice building. You see this building? I've never seen this before. That's such a weird shape. But that's what happens when you play around with districts. High-rise band, regular high density, and then self-sufficient housing. Not bad, not bad. Alright, so guys, gonna be saving right here. Looks good, thank you, thank you. And with that, it's gonna be time for us to wrap things up for the night.